So this is race 3, the first race for Sunday morning at Winton for the Anzac Day weekend of racing. Now, I'd won the first 2 races and I was a lot quicker when I was putting good times together and having a go. But I wanted to have a bit of a play, so John's quite quick off the line, so I let him go and I said I wouldn't fight him, chatted to him beforehand. I was fighting a lot of front end shutter under brakes as well, so I wasn't trying to set any crazy lap times. I also had a bit of a fracture in the sump, so I'd metal welded up with some metal putty, so to stop it from dripping. And I'd moved the rotors from the front to the back and the back to the front because they're all the same size, making sure that the left were on the left and the right were on the right because they are directional. So I'm just sort of I'm on these Pirellis. I'm not super happy with them. I don't think they're quite suited to my car. They're an endurance tyre, not a sprint race tyre, so wasn't as ideal as the Kumos in this situation. So I ducked past John and then I proceeded to go and lead a bunch of laps, but I wasn't, I thought I'll go have a play with them because, like I said, I didn't have, the car wasn't ideal with the front shutter and everything like that, which you might notice at the wheel at times. It's pretty shit to drive, so I just let John through. I just said to him before, if he wants to go past, I'll just leave him a gap. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? So yeah, I left that gap, let him through. And I've got my old man now behind me as well, so I'd been waiting for him. As you can see, John's car isn't ideal. We tried to do some work on it, got a bit better, but yeah, he looks like it's a bit of a handful. My car's much better through the corners, even when I'm just cruising around. You'll notice that I'm just sort of, just driving like I'm going to get some milk or something. Had a bit of a look at John, but wasn't going to happen. Taking it pretty easy. And I missed a gear there like a tard. Still got an intermittent problem up top as well. If you watch the wheel, look at that shutter. It's much worse when you're driving it too. You don't really notice much. John went wide, but and I probably could have tried to get him there, but I just was like, oh well, you look a little bit out of control, buddy, there, out in the dirt. So he's obviously trying pretty hard. Yeah, and I think that's something to keep in mind when we're watching this, is that I'm just cruising around having a bit of fun, trying to stay out of people's way and have a dice with Dad and with John, and John is on the limit. So this is Big Sedan series. It's meant to be a bit of a fun series. It's like Super TT. I've actually got the old man behind me, as you probably saw. I looked in the mirror. I'm looking to see, to be honest, I'm looking to see when I should let him through. I thought I'd go around John, but John wasn't having any of that because he's taking quite a defensive line there, which is interesting. Making sure I'm carrying corner speed because he has got a lot more grunt. Move to the side, but that's not going to happen. Leaving that way too late. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Just playing around. Look, it's good the audience can see it there. The people that are watching, the friends and family. And I thought, this is good. I'm sure that John's kids would have been cheering and having a lot of fun. So I've got the old man behind me as well now. John again's moving to the inside. I'm not sure why. I'm having to brake fairly early into turn 1 because of that shutter. It's unsettling the car and me, so yeah, I've sort of backed out a bit here. Look at that shutter, it's great, isn't it? Just cutting some laps. John's probably like thinking he's got my measure now, he's getting away, but I think I'm just waiting for Dad now, looking for a spot to let him through. And by the way, my old man was quite quick this weekend, so I'm sure that if it went down to a full battle, it would have been on. So while I might sound like I'm being a bit cocky here saying I was waiting and letting him through, it was really just for this fun race. But I think in anger, our lap times were pretty close. he had problems and had to pull a gearbox out as well and fix it and then put it back in. So, you know, we didn't get to go do much head-to-head, only in qualifying, and only beat him by 0.4 hundredths of a second. So it wasn't much in it. So yeah, let him through. Because really this is what I'm here for, is to race with my dad. And you know, obviously I like racing whenever I possibly can as well. So yeah, he'll be having a look at John now. I think Dad goes wide. Yep, so he's trying as well. I must admit, I'm back here thinking you guys are just spending a lot of time putting wheels out in the dirt. I think this is meant to be a bit of fun, but okay. They're going a little bit deeper in. As you can see, the Commodore up the front is moving around a bit. I think, yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to put John in contact with Rick Kemp, because I think they need to do some suspension on work on that. They have done some, but I don't know if they've gone in the right direction. I'm no setup or suspension guru. I only know very basic stuff. We sort of stuck with a basic setup in the 180 to keep things simple and also budget friendly. So as you can see, I'm just cruising, shifting back like a grandma. And there, so John's in there. John just holds his line. That's all right. Dad's already had one touch up with John this weekend, so he was also being very careful. Again, another defensive line by the Commodore. I don't believe that's the fast line through there. And now I got a bit of a run on the old man. And we basically had an agreement that whoever had the inside, he's still fighting, but look, there's space. I'm holding in tight. There's a car width to my right side. And then I think I get away from him here. He backed back out, and that's what we said we'd do, because there's no point in running into each other, is there? Again, now, so I'm probably now starting to think, well, it's getting towards the end of the race. I probably should think about taking the lead back soon, because I did want to win it. I wanted overall points. We are here to win if we can. So yeah, with that shutter it was quite challenging, but working through. Again, you know, he's not going too crazy. As you can see, he's struggling. So he's on the edge. I'm just, I don't know, I'm babying my car through this race, to be honest. I wasn't going to make it happen there either. I don't know. I think he could have probably picked a side a bit earlier. But anyway, that's all good. Like, I kind of know, you got to know who you're racing. You got to know what they're doing. And you know, with John, I know that he's going to be very slow through the corners and be quite quick. I know he's going to take a defensive line, and I know that he will come across to make it very difficult to pass him. So now I'm here. Oh, yep, I'm like, okay, I'm on the outside, so I'm hugging to the right. He's decided he wants to stay there. That's cool. I'll try a cutback. Doesn't quite work in my favour, so now I'm moved to the left, and I think I'm getting a bit of a run, and John comes across and sort of blocks that. I don't know. And I'm trying to carry speed now, because I know I've got to carry speed into this final, onto the front straight, to be able to get past him into turn one. He gets a bit loose, so I get a bit of a run. Now I want to pass him here now. I'm looking at him, as you can see. I'm looking to my left, seeing where he is, looking where he is. I'm braking as late as I can. And then I'm turning, giving him space on the inside. I was a bit loose, but I was on the outside. I was going to make the corner. And as you can see, I wasn't too happy. But that's racing.